Good evening, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for the Sumo Summary Show for day 10 plus 1, 11, or in Roman numerals, XI. I'm teaching my seventh graders about Roman numerals right now. We're studying ancient Rome, ancient Greece. So they're flipping out because I'm making them do like math with Roman numerals. And they don't like it. Okay, but lots of interesting stuff happening on day 11 to jump into. And yeah, let's just get started. I can't think of any other prelude I need to give you. All right, sharing the screen. So first of all, let me just say that over at my shirt shop, where you can get like this shirt and many others, this is the one I'm going to wear in Fukuoka on the day, the one with the list of all the basho. I think I had said in the welcome video there's the code November NOV 2024 and you get 10% off your order. And I think I just, brain farted and forgot to activate the code. And I saw about 7 or 8 people had gone by this month and bought things. So if you're one of those people, I really apologize if you tried to use the code and it didn't work. If you really feel aggrieved, send me an email and I will send you a nifty postcard from Japan or something for your 10%. But yeah, I apologize. It's up there now. It'll be good for the rest of the month. 10% off of anything you might want to get if you're thinking of a gift or something. 3 pages of stuff to look through. So check that out. Link, as always, in the description. Over on Patreon, I didn't have match coverage for day 10. So what I did was highlights, right? You've seen me do these before. Kind of 8 minute. I love this thumbnail. 8 minute videos for all 20 matches in the top division. Highlights part one, highlights part two, highlights part three. So that's what you got over on Patreon. And then today I had a somewhat limited coverage. I feel a little under the weather today. I just got the cold going. I'm going to take some medicine tonight and hopefully it'll right itself because I got to go to Fukuoka this weekend. I really don't want to feel bad as I'm traveling. So I have, of course, the three Ozeki matches, Hoshoru Daisho, Onosato Takenosho, and Kotozakura Wakamoto Haru. Another great thumbnail. And then the epic Ura versus Hirada Umi match. And if you haven't watched the matches yet, you might not know what I'm talking about, but I'll discuss it when we get there. So that's it. That's all I had for day 11 coverage. Probably fuller coverage tomorrow on day 12. We have some big matches coming up, which of course we'll talk about. All right, heading over here. So first of all, let's go to absent Rikishi. And we'll notice that Bushozan, who pulled out back on day 7, has returned. Not sure why. We'll look. I don't think he can stop himself from being demoted down to Juryo, but I guess maybe he wants to fight those last 4 days. If he has 4 wins, he could get his Kachikoshi. I don't think he did though. Oshomi is the surprise pullout. When we go to the Juryo lineup, you'll see he pulled out, I believe it was shoulder injury, but I'll try to find out more about that. And those are the two noticeable uh, absence that were marked today. All right, let's go to today's matches, and we'll start down in Juryo. And the rookie, Aonishiki, got a win, so he's one step closer to Kachikoshi. 7-4 record now. Chiyomaru just 0-11, just ouch. Tochi Taikai also one step closer to Kachikoshi, beating Ono Sho. And he could win the last 4 days in a row and finish with a 6-9. But if he finishes with like a 3-12 or a 4-11, he'll probably be going down to the third tier division. So a little worried about Ono Sho there. What else we got? Nabatame one step closer to Kachikoshi, and that's really important because he's at Juryo 14. So good luck to him to get that 8th win. And here it is. Oshomi started the day one off the pay. No, he was the leader, right? Uh, yeah, he lost to Tsurugisho yesterday. So that's right. He lost to Tsurugisho on day 10, and then they both had 9-1 records. So they both went into today with 9-1, but he pulled out of the tournament, giving a free win to Shiden. And yeah, maybe he hurt himself in the loss to Tsurugisho. I didn't see that match, so I'm not sure. Luckily for him, he already had his Kachikoshi, right? He already had 9 wins, and he'll finish with a 9-2-4 record. But at Juryo 14, it was important. So that will keep him not only in the Juryo division, but he'll go up the Banzuke a few ranks because of the 9 wins. So good, bad situation, but silver lining is he already got his Kachikoshi. Fujiseun went to 7-4, denying Tamashoho his Kachikoshi. Shirokuma got a win. He's now 5-6. Hakuoho got a win. He's now 6-5. Slightly better, right? Trying to get his Kachikoshi. And Tsurugisho, the leader, got his win over Kim Bozan, who was 8-2, so one off the pace. He's now got 3 losses, and Tsurugisho maintains his 1 loss, 10-1 now, looking like he should be the winner of this Juryo tournament. But, there's still 4 days of sumo to go, so that's quite a few. And at Juryo 7, if he wins the Yusho, especially if he can win it 14-1 or 13-2, he will get promoted back up to the top division. He is a big boy. He has been as high as Maegashira 6 in his career, and that was actually this year, back in March. At Maegashira 11, he had a 9-6, and for some reason, they took him all the way up from Maegashira 11 to Maegashira 6. I don't know what was happening with that Bonzuke. That's quite a leap. And then he obviously had a few wins, few losses, and then he pulled out. And that sent him back down to M17, but he was still in the top division. But then, unfortunately, a 3-12, and just this disastrous string of 7 losses in a row at the end of the Maybach show sent him back down to Juryo. But he's been doing okay. He pulled out of the tournament there and then came back after a few days, but just on fire. Only 1 loss here in November. So congrats to him. Probably heading back up to the top division unless something strange happens. Well, at Juryo 7, he has to win the U show, I think, to get that promotion. If he just finished with like a 12-3, but somebody else won the U show, which I don't even know if anybody else has 3 losses. We'll have to look. Uh, maybe not, maybe only up to Juryo 1, but probably he'll get promoted back up. Okay, here is the day 11 results for the top division. Shishi, unfortunately, a Make Koshi now. He's heading back down to uh, the Juryo division. The only way he stays in the top division is if he wins the last 4 days in a row. And he finishes 7-8. They might just drop him down to M17 and keep him in the top division. But one more loss and he's punched his ticket back down to Juryo. And he has really looked, some other people have commented on the videos, just a little bit out of his depth. His skill set's still a little bit lacking for the top guys. And that's fine. He's still learning. It's a great experience. And, if he goes just down to Juryo, say 2 or 3, he can bounce back and maybe pop back up in March. Nishiki Fuji getting a much needed win for him because he's 1 away from a losing record. Chiyoshoma got to 7-4, beating Toki Hayate. Asakoru, a nice win over Ryuden, a really nice Tate Nage win. Maegashira 17, trying to get that Kachikoshi to stay in the top division. Needs 3 wins out of his last 4 days, so good luck to him. Ichi Yamamoto improving to 7-4 by beating Shonana Umi. Takayasu, the Maegashira 9, now at 7-4, 1 away from Kachikoshi. Sadanoumi, a losing record. Takera Fuji, who has not lost more than 2 in any basho that he's contested the whole entire time for a while. Sorry, guys. Got his 3rd loss today. And at the unlikely hands of Gonoyama. So Gonoyama, Noshidashi win for him. That was Kachikoshi for him. And Takeda Fuji already was 8-2, so now he's 8-3. Yeah, I'm not going to say he's out of the run for the cup, They're giving him a high level opponent tomorrow. We'll get to that in a minute. But it'd be nice to see him at least get double-digit wins. So he's got 4 matches left. If he can win half of them, 2 out of the 4, he'll get to 10. So we'll see. Hokuto Fuji got a win to go to 4-7 over Roga. Same score. Tamawashi Mitakeumi, the charity, didn't extend to today. Tamawashi didn't have to do much to push Mitakeumi out. So again, not quite sure what's going on here. He really looks like he's in pain. He needs help getting down off the dohyo from the guy, that handles the salt and the water. Yeah, it's inexplicable to me why he's showing up. Endo versus Meisei. Endo got the win to go 6-5. Koto Shoho beat Midori Fuji. Already has Makekoshi, but another win doesn't hurt. Shiranoumi, same thing, went to 3-8 by getting a win over Nishikigi, who's also now 3-8. This was probably a surprising result for many people. Onokatsu, the Maegashira 15, needing a win to get his Kachikoshi at 7-3, got it to go to 8-3 by beating Abi, who had looked very much, in the hunt at 8-2, but now he's 8-3, and we'll look at the leaderboard and we'll see how much the 3-loss guys might factor in. But yeah, pretty surprising upset, you got to think, for Onokatsu to get that win. And great for him to get Kachikoshi, though, at M15 and, possibly double-digit wins. So we'll see how he goes. Wakataka Kage got a win over the veteran, Takada Fuji. He's got his Kachikoshi and now at 8-3, so that's good. Then we had this epic match between, I really wish I could show you footage, Ura and Hiradaumi. So the first match was really close. They're both flying off the dohyo, literally, because it's Ura. Um, after the first match, they call a mono-e. The Gyoji pointed his Goombay, his paddle at Hiradaumi, but they're like, nope, it's too close. We got to do a Tori Naoshi. We got to do a do-over. Fine. Okay, so they set up. They go again. Again. It's literally like in the air type of antics. And they again look at the footage, and again they call another Tori Naoshi. I haven't seen a double do-over in sumo in a long while, I think. So they fought a third time, and by that time, usually some of the heavier, bigger wrestlers would really be out of breath, really be struggling with stamina issues. But Ura and Harada Umi are both they both looked ready to go. And they put up another good fight, and Ura just happened to win. And it was close again at the edge in the third match. But Ura clearly the winner of the third one. So he got the win. Both guys at the very bottom of their scores, Uda entered the match at 2-8, got a win to go to 3-8. Hirada Umi was 1-9 before he lost, so he's now 1-10. But I think the I was worried that I wasn't gonna have enough time in my 10-minute video to get it all in. So that went up on the channel just for the uniqueness of it. Oshoma got a win over Oho, both 3-8. Atami Fuji went to 5-6. He still has a chance at Kachikoshi. Beat Shodai. Now Shodai's now 4-7. So I think it's very doubtful that he's going to get. He'd have to win all 4 days in a row, and you'll see who he has fighting. Who he's fighting tomorrow to get his Kachikoshi. So that's probably an open Komusubi slot, and that will most likely be going to Wakataka Kage. I was saying there's a chance that Abi could vie for it. Now they have the same record. So if Wakataka Kage starts to lose and Abi keeps winning or something like that, it could still go that way. But this is a slot that's probably going to open up. Kirishima got a win. So, never say never. He's at 5-6, got to win 3 of his last 4 to get Kachikoshi to stay at Sekewake. I don't remember who he has tomorrow, so we'll have a look. But I think he's got to fight some of the Ozeki, right? Has he fought any of the Ozeki yet? He's fought the Komusubi, the other Sekewake. Oh, he's got Takanosho tomorrow. Well, that's a significant match, but that's not an Ozeki. He fought the other Komusubi. He's fought Ura, Abi, and Wakataka Kage. Yeah, so he hasn't fought any Ozeki. So 13, 14, 15 could be Ozeki, Ozeki, Ozeki for him. And I think if he were doing better, score-wise, that would probably be the thought. But they've got this guy named Takanosho who's having this amazing tournament. So they want him to fight Ozeki, etc. And they're gonna bring Takeru Fuji up to fight an Ozeki and things like that. So he might get some softer opponents, but he's still got to win 3 out of his next 4. All right, then we start our Ozekis. Our first Ozeki, of course, on the leader. All 3 guys that were 9-1 fought in these final 3 matches right here, which was great. These are the 3 that went on the channel. Kotozakura taking on Wakamoto Haru, the Komusubi. Kotozakura in control of that match, goes to 10-1. Wakamoto Haru 6-5, so he has to win 2 to stay at Komusubi. Much more manageable than Shodai's 4-7. Onosato, Takanosho, of course, 9-1, and needing the win to stay tied with the Ozeki. He got it. Onosato now pretty much eliminated from the hunt for the cup. And now, obviously, I think he's going to get 1 more to get his Kachikoshi. Will he get 3 more out of 4 days to get to double-digit wins? We'll have to see. But yeah, an 8-7 or a 9-6 is definitely disappointing considering the expectations that were around Onosato at the beginning of the Basho. But the old adage, that Shinozeki don't do so well in that first tournament after they get promoted has basically been borne out. So he was not able to break the 18-year-old record, set by Hakuho, whatever 2024 minus 18 is 2006 when he was a Shin Ozeki and won the Yusho as a brand new Ozeki. Hasn't happened since Hakuho did it almost 20 years ago. All right, and then final match of the day, Hoshoru versus a Sekewake. Good matchup here. Daisho. If you look, though, at their head-to-head, it's crazy dominated by Hoshoru. Not only has he won like 11 out of their 15 meetings, but he's won like the last 7 in a row. So statistically, he should have won, and he did. Daisho, though, did put up a decent fight. Hoshoru got the win. He maintains his 1 loss, and Daisho needs 2 more wins to stay at Sekewake. So we'll see how he might get those. Okay. Yeah, it was a fun day. Let's look at the tournament leaders. All right. So really great that both Ozeki are still just 1 loss, and they really are, headed toward a showdown on day 15. It'd be great for me if it happened on day 14 for some reason, but it'll probably happen on Senshiraku, and it could be for all the marbles, right? Takanosho's just hanging in there, trying to keep getting wins. He doesn't fight either of these guys tomorrow. He hasn't fought either of these guys yet. He fought 1 Ozeki, but that was Onosato. So he could have both of them in the coming days. We shall see. He doesn't have either of them tomorrow, though, on day 12. Down in Juryo, it's kind of a misleading leaderboard because what you've got is you've got Tsurugisho at 10-1, and then they've got Oshomi listed at on the leaderboard at 9-2 because that technically is where he is, but he of course pulled out of the tournament, so he won't get a win tomorrow. Uh, if Kim Bozon loses, I don't know if technically I think they'll take him off here after he's officially, in absence mode tomorrow. But yeah, so really it's Tsurugisho with 1 loss and then Kim Bozon all alone with 3 losses. And they fought each other, right? Didn't Kim Bozon already fight Tsurugisho? Yeah, today. Duh. Sorry. And Tsurugisho won. So Kim Bozon can't even give Tsurugisho a loss to even get close. So I think it's Tsurugisho's championship, unless he just really blows it in the last few days. A fun one down here is at 6-0 is Enho. All white dots. So he could be trying to get the Sandamne 4th Division title. He's going to fight 1 more time in the last 4 days. They fight 7 days down there and try to go 7-0 undefeated. And there's only one other guy, Fujitoshi, who is also undefeated at 6-0 down there. So good luck to Enho. Maybe he'll get a championship in that stable, and that'll help him jump way up. I don't know how, he's way down at 56. I don't think he'll go all the way up to the 3rd tier division. I don't know quite how they'll work that, but he should go way up Sandamne, and then maybe in January, if he has another good tournament, he'll go up to the third tier division and so on. Okay, uh, two lost guys in the top division. Are there any? I don't think so. Let's have a look. Gonoyama and Takerufuji have three losses. Abi now has three losses, as does Onokatsu. Wakataka Kage has three losses. Uh, Onosato doesn't even have three losses anymore. Yeah, that's it. So with 4 days left, the three guys in the lead have a two-win buffer over the rest of the pack. And then, there's a sizable amount of guys who are at three losses who are not mathematically eliminated, but there'd have to be some crazy shakeups. So it's probably going to be one of those three guys, Kotozakura, Takanosho, or Hoshoru, winning the Yusho. Um, and we'll just have to see how that plays out. Okay, let's look ahead to day 12. Oh, I guess we can go over real quick and look at the standings. So what happens is old Carcinus has Takara Fuji on his team, not Takeda Fuji, Takara Fuji, the M10, the veteran. That's different than everybody else around here. And he lost today. So instead of going up to 8, he stayed at 7, and that brought him even with everybody else's pick, like Ichiyamamoto or Takayasu. So he was all alone on top of the leaderboard, but now he is tied for first place with 6 other people for a total of 7. So that's great. It's very competitive over there, and a lot of different teams, a lot of different picks. Everybody has Wakatakage, everybody has Takanosho, but some differences. And then 8 people in second place and 4 people in third place. So it's still very competitive. And I was looking for myself and I was surprised. I'm not too far down. There I am. So if you take the top of 5, you go, okay, there's 44 people who have better than me out of 684. So that's not so bad. Um, Obviously, Kirishima, is tough, but nobody really has anything that much better. He has 5, Daisho has 6, Wakamoto has 6. That's only one. The really thing that's ended up kind of would be a big difference for me if I had picked either Kotozakura or Hoshoryu. I'd have 3 more wins right now, and that would put me at 48, tied for second place. But instead, I picked Onosato, as many, many other people did. So I only have 7 wins in that column, and I'm in fifth place because the rest of my team did pretty good today. I think the only other person that lost other than Onosato was Takeru Fuji, but all my other guys in the middle here won. So great. I'm hoping maybe I can finish even in the top, maybe bronze medal, third place. We'll have to see. Okay. And last, we said we were going to look at day 12. So we'll start down in Juryo. Any big matchups? They're starting Aonishiki out in the first match of the day against Waka Ikari. I think he's brand new to the top division, right? Yes. He's making his debut as well. So they're both rookies. They both want to stay in. So big, big match for both of them. He can obviously get his Kachikoshi. If he gets it, then they'll both be 7 and 5. So good luck to both of them. What else we got going on? A bunch of guys 7 and 4, all over here, trying to get their Kachikoshi right now. Tsurugisho kind of kept him in the middle. He's fighting Kaio, who's 5 and 6, to stay at 1 loss. And yeah, that's about it. The only other person is Kim Bozan. He's just got to keep winning Kim Bozan and hope 2 people beat Tsurugisho in the next 4 days, so they might have a playoff. He's got Mitoryu uh, here in the final match of the day for day 12 in Juryo. So I'll try to have some coverage of that on Sunday. I don't think I'll have anything for you on Saturday because I'll be in Fukuoka, but yeah, we'll definitely cover Juryo at the weekend. All right, jumping up to the top division, Asakoru has Shimano Umi, but he's coming up from Juryo because Bushozan's back. So, yeah, these guys have probably fought each other before down in Juryo. Let's just see if we can see here. Yep, Asakoru, he lost there. Well, I say he lost. The man whose profile is Shimano Umi won because it's a white circle. He beat Asakoru there. They didn't fight. Oh, they did right there on the final day, and Asakura won that one. So, back and forth down in Juryo, but here they are in the top division. Ishiki Fuji against Ryuden, Hokuto Fuji. See, so why? Bushozan had one win, six losses, and four absences. Why is he coming back? The best he can do is basically a 5-10. He's gonna get demoted down to Juryo. I guess maybe he doesn't want to go so far down Juryo, or maybe he's just like, "Hey, I'm healthy. I should go out and fight." I'm not sure what the nature of his injury was, but kind of strange to me that he would come back with only one win to try to get more wins. But there you go. Shishi has Tamawashi. Tamawashi needs two more to get his Kachikoshi. Onokatsu has Roga. Gonoyama Takara Fuji. This is a fun one. Takara Fuji needs one here. Shonana Umi in need of one against Endo. Matake Umi Meisei. Ichi Yamamoto in need of one against Nishikigi. Takayasu in need of one against Koto Shoho. This is a fun one too here. Wakataka Kage Abi, both men 8-3. So whoever loses that match, definitely out of the hunt for the cup. Ura against Oshoma. Chirana Umi Oho. Tommy Fuji has Hirada Umi. Then we get our Sanyaku guys. Wakamoto Haru, the Komusubi, has Tobizaru. Both are at 6-5. So Takanosho 10-1 on the leaderboard, taking on Kirishima tomorrow. Got to give the odds on that one probably to Takanosho just because he's been so good this basho. But Kirishima needs those wins. Maybe he can find it in himself to get the win. Then Hoshoru has Shodai, which normally would be, yeah, okay. But Shodai, the Shodai we like hasn't been showing up so much this tournament, so you got to think Hoshoru is going to get that match. Daisho Kotozakura is a fun matchup, and then the final match of the day, Takeda Fuji. These are the two guys some people say are the future of the sport right now. Takeda Fuji at M16 with an 8-3, taking on Ono Sato, who has yet to get his Kachikoshi. So Onosato wins. They're both 8-4, but Takeda Fuji could go to 9. And that is a corker of a great final Musubi no Ichiban for day 12. So that'll be up on the channel. And yeah, and then we're gonna get into, where the Ozeki have to start fighting themselves, in days Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But tomorrow for Thursday, I should have regular coverage. And then Friday, probably highlights on one of the channels, if I get that channel in my hotel room. I will try to point my either I'll take my iPad with me, my iPad or my smartphone at the television and try to do highlights for your Patreon people. Um, Maybe do a sumo summary show from my hotel room. I don't know, guys, for Friday night. And then Saturday, I'm just gonna have fun. I'm not gonna worry too much about the channel, to be honest. I'll take footage and stuff and share it later of my day. But I don't think I'm going to try to come back to the hotel. I'm going out to dinner with Jeff from Buy Sumo Tickets and my friend Brian and Spencer, the fan who offered me the ticket that day. So we're going to hang out. So that's Saturday. But like I said, what I'll do is on my DVR is I'll tape Saturday and specifically the highlights. And when I get home Sunday, I will make 3 highlight videos for day 14. And those will go up on Patreon if you're a Patreon person. So you will get to see Saturday action and know what's going on. I just won't have a sumo summary show. And then, of course, Sunday, full coverage of everything, Juryo and the top division. And if we have a playoff, I used to do have a bonus video. I don't know how I'm going to do it for Patreon, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, that could be exciting. And then, a week later, wrap up show with all the prizes and who won the contest and everything. Okay, but probably one more of these normal like this tomorrow night, Thursday night, day 12, and then a little bit of hurly burly as we get into the weekend where I'm traveling. But definitely solid coverage on day 15, including a sumo summary show that night. Uh, I want to say I would do it as a live stream, but I do have to get up for work on Monday. So yeah, I don't know. Probably just do it like this instead of a live stream, but we'll see. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching so much. All the links down in the description, including our sponsor, Path of Cha. If you want to check out some of their tea stuff, hit the link. If you hit it through my link, you can get some percent off and help the channel a bit. So thank you for that. And yeah, I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.